Okay, this is Osmosis in the Bowel, Part 3. So here's what we're doing. We're going to answer all these little bullet points. So food or solids, right? Food solids move into the small intestine. Here, it moves in. As food travels along the small intestine, it is digested and absorbed into the blood. Food solutes will move from the small intestine into the bloodstream outside the small intestine. So first it wants us to identify which end is hypertonic. Well, if food moves in, that makes this end of the small intestine hypertonic due to all those food solutes that we just ingested and just entered the small intestine. Then those food solids go up, and we're going to go into the blood. Right? So food solids enter the blood. When that happens, that makes this end of the small intestine hypotonic, because all those little guys just moved out. All the solids just moved out of the small intestine and into the blood. So this end's going to be hypotonic. So therefore, the third bullet on our list says to label where the blood becomes hypertonic. That's going to be here. Since all of these solutes have moved into the blood, that now makes the blood really salty over here, right? Because these solids move from the small intestine into the blood. The blood has now become hypertonic on this right side. Let me sketch out hypertonic here. Sorry, I'm holding my phone, trying to keep the paper from moving to make this little video. Okay, so the blood is now hypertonic on this side. So then we want to add, where do we see water moving? Show one arrow showing water moving from the blood into the small intestine, and then show water moving from the small intestine into the blood. So water follows salt. So it's hypertonic here. Water will move on the left side from the small intestine, from the blood into the small intestine. Water follows salt. Here, the bloodstream has become hypertonic as the solids moved in. There's my dog. So water will now move from the small intestine into the blood where it's hypertonic. Right? Osmosis. Water's moving. So again, water moves in where the solutes are. Solutes move into the blood. Water follows. Okay. Then it says, let's answer these questions. When the solids are absorbed into the blood tonicity, that should be increases. All right. When solids move in. And the bowel tonicity decreases. Okay. And the solids are absorbed. Okay, then water will therefore follow the solids into the blood, restoring blood volume. Okay, because when water leaves here, that's going to lead to a decrease in blood volume because we're taking water from it. As water is returned, that's going to restore blood volume there. Okay, very good. So the last bullet says, based on the direction of water movement, where would you see an increase in blood volume? And that's going to be here, increased blood volume. Okay, so we decreased blood volume here when water left. We restored blood volume here. That is part 3.